Hello, 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 Taurians. Sending you love, light, and Reiki. This is your Oracle, Medicine, here to pass along the word of the divine for the week of February 12th to the 18th. And as we begin this week off, we have the Queen of Swords. So, there's going to be some issues in the communication department for you towards the beginning of the week. Okay, there's going to be some issues. Things aren't going to be getting off the ground as you would like them to. Not perfectly as you would like them to. There's going to be some things there for you to kind of look back and think about, what am I not saying? What is it that I'm not saying? What am I not saying that could be the key thing to helping something grow in my life right now? Because this is about getting something off the map. What is it that I'm not saying? What do I need to be saying to get this off the map? What do I need to say to get this off the ground and get this going? What do I need to spell out? What do I need to type out? Who do I need to text? What kind of a technology do I need? There's something, some sort of technology, key ingredient there in a technology form of maybe a computer, a phone, car, what have you, are some words that are not being said, right? There's some way, or some thoughts that we're not thinking, that's kind of keeping us from being able to grow, to get something off the map. There's a key ingredient there. Something's missing. For others, this might be a person in your life who they are being very micromanaging towards you. I find this card comes up a lot with people who are experiencing those who are being micromanaging, and or if that person is being micromanaging themselves. So in other words, if you're micromanaging someone else, or if someone else is micromanaging you, this card tends to show up a lot of times when that's happening. This card can also show up when we have someone here who's only saying things to be hurtful towards someone because they know exactly what to say mentally to press someone's buttons or hurt them mentally. So with the Queen of Swords, beware on both sides, whether yourself or those around you, that we're not saying things to hurt one another, because that's not getting the process going here. That's only hurting it down. That's only bringing it down. We trying to stay on the up and up. That's only bringing it down. Okay. And if you are experiencing anybody in your life that's doing that, handle that correctly. Handle it in a good way. But understand that this is kind of going to be a rough patch, or just a kind of a rough start to begin the week. Yet as you go by, you get the Knight of Wands in upright position, which is awesome. So this is a great time for traveling out. Great time for traveling. And probably a good long vacation is just what the doctor ordered for some of you Taurians. Good long vacation is just what the doctor ordered. Just a good time for traveling out, for being, going to some faraway place for a while, getting some rest and relaxation, enjoying a new place, a place that maybe you've never seen before, or perhaps a place that you've seen before. It's a good time for traveling by train or bus or by motorcycle or by car. So I wouldn't say traveling by air would be a good time for this. But if you're traveling by car, road trip, or if you're traveling by train, by bus, or motorcycle, this is a great time for that. This can also be someone in your life who might be a Sagittarius or simply have these kind of qualifications. So there's someone who is very they like to know about higher knowledge. So higher knowledge, not just like the everyday things that we know about, but they want to know about higher knowledge. Okay, someone that is a traveler, that is an explorer, someone that is very adventurous, someone that's very blunt. They could be known to be very blunt and just kind of say what they need to say and be done with it. It's just kind of one of those things of, I said what I gotta say, moving on from that now. So, and on that note, someone that's very impulsive, someone that's very instinctual, and they follow their instincts. This could be that kind of person coming into your life right now for some of you Taurians. And then as we get in the middle of the week here, we get the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so what I'm seeing with this is that there's kind of like a battle going on here. What I'm getting is that there's some sort of struggle going on here. Okay, there's some feelings and relationships in which where we're unsure of how to step forward with them. We're unsure of the course to take. This could be someone who's also being very overly sensitive, or not even, yeah, I would guess I would say overly sensitive, because a lot of people tend to vibe with that word, but I would say that they're being overly dramatic to get the kind of attention that they want to get. They're being so dramatic in a negative way to kind of give attention that they would like to get. I'd say that this person might be a little bit on the childish side. So if you don't have a child in your life, Taurans, that you're working with right now, that is perhaps of a water sign, or perhaps kind of you're resonating with these words right now, I would definitely say it's someone that is childish. There are some grown folks out there who can be childish too, let me tell you. But childish in the way of being, whining and woe is me, and, not really speaking too many words, just crying all the time and just feeling woe is me all the time, and just whining and, just very childish in that respect. Just for someone that just cries kind of almost just to cry because they're trying to get a certain kind of attention. They don't know how to express it. And crying perhaps has worked with them in the past, and so here they are again crying now. This could be a message to you that you might be receiving some emotionally distressing information, and it could be coming your way by way of a family member or someone very close to you, a close friend, your lover, your partner. You might be receiving some information that might be a little distressing for you. So just be aware, a little wary of that as you get towards the middle of the week here, my dear Taurians. And then as we pass along, we get the Two of Pentacles. And what I'm seeing here is that it's a hard time for juggling out finances right now. Taurians, you're usually so very good at juggling bills and all that. This sometimes we just get ourselves into a hurdle, into a hurricane. I don't mean to say that in a dramatic sense, but it's true. Sometimes even Taurians, sometimes even you might get yourself into something that's got you so emotionally involved and so emotionally trapped that, that you're not really able to be focused on the physical things that you have going on around, which are very important to you. But maybe this is just such an emotional time. Taurians, you got that bull exterior, but you got the emotional interior going on. You know that. You guys know that you got some sensitivity going on deep down in there. And it could just be causing you to it could be causing some fluctuation in how you manage things around the house. So just be warned. Just know that that would have an effect on it. And the Three of Wands is saying that that which you have been waiting for to come through is not coming through. So you've been prepping up. You've been starting up a new project. You've been starting up a new stage of your life. You've been putting a lot of energy and work into something. It could be in a relationship. It can be in a belief system. It can be in a spiritual or religious matter. It can be in. But the point is that you've been putting a lot of work into something, and you are putting a lot of work into it, hoping for results. And this is saying that towards the end of the week, the results don't come. Now, a couple of reasons why I can see the results not coming is simply because your mind is not in the right place. Your emotions may not be in the right place. You're not juggling the finances the way that you should be. And it's just kind of causing for this disarray, this disharmony, this discord to go on in your life. And, Taurians, you are an earth sign. So again, when something kind of gets you sideways, it's not very easy for you to pop back and adjust and be like, I'm going to go this way. Because that's not your nature. You're very methodical. You're very slow moving. You like for things to be steady paced. You like sameness. You like for things to make sense. You like for things to be on a step basis. Very pragmatic, And when things come in little small packages, to throw you off, it can throw you off. Okay, and that's the only thing. I mean, that just happens. You know, when you have a set way of doing things and something comes in and messes up that process, that's kind of what's going on here for you right now. Is you know, some things are coming in and messing up your process at the moment, and it's just messing with you. But the good thing is that it's not happening in huge ways. I don't see anything happening in huge, like, oh my gosh, kind of ways here. I see things happening in kind of little ways. They're kind of new things that are coming in, kind of little new ways that are coming in that's messing around. It's not like huge, right? I mean, unless it's like you have a new job, and your job, you're in a new place with your job, and yet you're having a hard time with juggling this new job that you really want versus having the job that you don't want, and you're really trying to keep them both, but you're really trying to hold on, and you're just unsure. You know, I mean, unless it's something like that. But I don't see this really having to do with any one thing per se. I see this having to do with different energies hitting you from different angles, and it's throwing you off. That's what I'm seeing. And it's just little things that are just causing things to happen, albeit they're very frustrating. I'm sure they're very frustrating. Whatever it is that you were expecting to come this week, you know, whatever it is that you were expecting to happen this week, you know, not showing up, I mean, that sucks, right? So, I mean, you know, yeah, you know, it is frustrating, but it doesn't look huge. You know, this thing, we have to remember sometimes that things can be way worse than what they really are. So, what we get is the Dancer of Beginnings here, as a helper to you. The Dancer of Beginnings. I just love these little cave paintings. You got all these dancers in the background, and then you have this dancer right here. And this is a cave painting from the Shaman's Oracle, and it's amazing. I love cave paintings. It's awesome. So, the Dancer of Beginnings. I'm going to look up the Dancer of Beginnings for you. I feel like someone else got the Dancer of Beginnings too. I don't know if it was you guys from a couple weeks before or what, but Dancer, here we go. Okay. It says, I am the Dancer of Beginnings. I dance in the spirit of fresh directions and call upon myself the embrace of the divine beings who send their blessings upon all new enterprises. Dance with me to become uplifted, shaken from stale routines, and raised up beyond what it is to be human. Divine fire fills the air around me. Move forward with me and look at the world with a renewed understanding. I catch fire from the flame of longing and initiate the accomplishment of dreams. This dancer raises his or her hands as if in greeting, embracing the moment of beginning. The point of transformation from the seed of intention to the fullness of action. The Dancer of Beginnings represents a transpersonal energy that bursts out of the shadows, infusing everything that surrounds it with the potential of becoming more than it is. The dancer can refresh our vision of ourselves and our lives, helping us to see beginnings where perhaps we once saw endings, and to breathe new life and possibility even into the familiar and the routine. Key interpretations here are inspiration, starting out, new ideas, the birth of dreams, fire in the head, the pull toward the future, hopes and aspirations. So you know what I got from that? I got from that, you know, all these little things are happening because it's trying to cause a shift. Maybe a minor shift, albeit, but a shift. A little bit of a shift here that, okay, just a little bit of tweaking. You know what I mean? So a little bit of tweaking that is going to help you out in what it is you're trying to accomplish right now. There's a little bit of tweaking that still needs to come in for you to be able to accomplish what you need to accomplish for yourself now. It's kind of what I got from it. And sometimes spirit comes in different packages in different ways. And it doesn't all feel good, but it is for our good every time. I cannot name a time, any time in my past that anything was not already for my good. The Dancer of Beginnings talks about allowing yourself to embrace new beginnings. Embrace something new. Embrace a new idea, a new thought, a new belief system. Embrace a new way of feeling, a new way of faith, a new faith. You know, embrace a new skill. Embrace some new health. Embracing that, okay? Shaking yourself out of all that stale energy so that you can be able to embrace what is new coming your way. So this is actually a good time for you. You know, I always say, you know, tension harmony never happens without tension. You got to have tension in your life to have some harmony. So here we are, a little bit of tension is happening. It's not like real bad. It doesn't feel like it's heavily bad. Frustrating, but it's not heavily bad, and it is throwing you off. And the dancer of beginnings is coming in and being like, hey, you know, you got to shake off some of that stale energy, all the stuff that you've been thinking and feeling. You got to shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Anyways, well, that is the message from Spirit to you. I hope you get a chance to work with the dancer of beginnings throughout your week. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Sending you love, light, and Reiki. This is your Oracle Medicine signing out. Aho mataku ase.